we're live. A little late. Better late than never, so they say. Let's fire up the treadmill. Get the indoor walk going. Start. And nope, it is starting. Okay. Now we start this. There. And then we see what's good. Got my tea percolating. Oh yes, we need to kick up the treadmill a little faster than that. Oops. So now I'm stepping on the front of it because I scooted it back. I really need to remove the handrail so I stop almost dying over that. Hold on, let me pick this stock in. Oops, that's not what I want to do. I wanted to enter in my code. There we go. Okay. Now, back to the treadmill. Let's see who we have here. Hello to Ron. Hello to Eddie. Hello to Drew. A vlog. And Flack. Flack loves the color scheme today. Very nice. Are you talking about what I'm wearing? Or my new lights? Or the new wheel? Right there. There it is. I haven't completely set it up yet, but mostly. I got most of the stuff on there, but I need help coming up with a couple other little sections, names for the sections. I don't know where I put the dry erase marker though. One of these days I am going to fly off the treadmill, and I hope you're here to support that. What's up, Osama and Constantine? Yes, Flock likes the outfit. Thank you. I do love pink. This is like a mauve-y pink. Subfunded, of course. I got this quite a few months ago. Did a large purchase from Buff Bunny. Let's see if the tea is ready or if it's going to burn my tongue. Still a little warm, but delicious. We're on the honey, turmeric, whatever I said it was yesterday. Osama likes my outfit as well. Why am I having trouble seeing? Do I put creatine in my tea? Absolutely not. Water. That's what's in my tea. Water. Straight water. You know what? I think I might have screwed this a little bit too far back because now I'm hitting the front. Or maybe I just need to step back a little bit. So, stock-wise, let's see what's going on. There's one I was watching earlier today, and it's down right now. I'm not quite sure what it's going to do. It is a penny stock. It's only 44 cents right now, but it did have some big news. Let me see what that news was again. Something about AI. It's KALA Bio. It's a bio stock with some big news. So we'll see what happens when the market opens with this thing. Let's get some background here on it. Osama likes my key necklace. Thank you for that. Ooh, I didn't realize the float was so high on this. Much higher than I normally trade. 855 million. That's very high, but rather short, no, low short float. 0.11%, which is a good thing. Relative volume's only 0.75. I like at least 2 to 5 times relative volume. The news was at 6:30 this morning, and it says Kala Bio launches a revolution for biotech, the first AI agent deploying in 14 days as 180 billion agentic AI healthcare revolution accelerates. Okay, so there you have it. 6:30 a.m. news. I think the next level I saw on this thing was, well, it reached a high of 54 cents. Let me see. Double check that. 54.32 in pre-market. And I think the next level up from there is 56, if I recall correctly. Yes, 56 is a previous level of resistance. So if it breaks 56, next level I'm seeing is 72. Oh, it's popping up again as I speak. As we speak. Good morning, therapist. Are you a therapist? If so, what kind of therapist are you? I've seen your name before. I don't know if we've actually chatted like this. And next level after that is 87.96. But you know, a lot of times, like I said yesterday, these stocks under $1 like to go right to $1 or $1.10 or $1.20. We'll see what happens. It is on the move. It's below VWAP right now, but hopefully it can get its little butt back up above VWAP. Got some pretty high volume green candles, lower volume red candles, so I think that's a good thing. We'll see. Adit loves me. Thank you for that. And Osama wishes he was my neighbor. If you were my neighbor, I'd be putting you to work constantly. You do realize that. But maybe you like that. Juan says, shout out to Dallas. Is he shouting himself out? Or okay, I've also seen USEG pop up a couple times. I'm gonna put that on my chart list so I can see what's going on. If it's doing anything exciting. It might just be putzing along. It's 9 o'clock. We have 27 minutes. Oh yeah, looks terrible. No thanks. We have 27 minutes until the market opens. So we'll see. A therapist says he is a mental health therapist, retired. Well, that's honorable work. What kind of setting did you work in? Oh, Robin is curious what my plan is with the board backside. Well, I will show that to you. Hello to Jonathan. So I got this new wheel. I'll hop off the treadmill so I can show it to you. If you would like to spin it, it does require a $5 super chat, but I'll show you what we have here. I need you guys to help me out with two things here. But first, let me show you what I have put on here. So far, I've got amounts from $5 to $40, optional, of course, on this platform. And then we've got some random stuff. So you might end up on worshiping, which means you worship me, of course. You might end up on confess, where you have to confess something to everybody. You might end up on another spin. You could end up with a chat choice where they choose your punishment or task or whatever they want by popular demand. You might end up on SPH. I don't know if you know what that is, but you're going to find out. So those are the options, but I need two more. So what should these two be? Not amounts, something else fun. Give me some ideas right now. You worked at a law school as a mental health? Interesting. Like mental health support for students, or? Okay, so I'm counting on you guys to help me fill in the two blanks. But I also need to find out where oh, here it is. We'll just keep it right here where it belongs so I don't lose it again. So let's see, I will try to put it right here where you can still see it while you're pondering your own fate. Let's see, oh, how this is 4%. What a turd. We're gonna let that charge a little bit longer. You and your stupid 4%. Charge a little faster than that. So, That is the wheel. Where was I? Oh yes, back to the treadmill. Start. I'm not ending the workout. Don't get your panties in a wad. Jesus. Oops, I hit the pause button. Robin is still talking about my post-workout socks. You know, you could always message me and we can chat about that. Could be an option for you since you're so interested. All right, let's see the discrepancy today between treadmill and watch. Treadmill says, sounds like survey says, treadmill says 7 minutes 50 seconds. Well, I did step up. 0.25 miles. Watch says 0.2 miles. This is shit. It's quite a discrepancy. Anyways, at least I just know that there's a difference between the two. I do have the natural hair curl going on today. I went for a swim yesterday, as you know. Hello, Amit. Yes, I bet law students are very, very highly stressed. I could see that. But yes, I went for a swim yesterday, and I was too lazy to dry my hair, so we just let it dry on its own. Osama says, Goddess, you got a belly button piercing? I have a belly button piercing. I've had it for quite a while. Are you wondering if I got it recently? It is not new. And somebody was trying to convince me several weeks ago, somebody in one of my live streams, a rude person, that belly button rings are out of style and so are nose rings. How do we feel about that in the chat? Because I don't really care what that person said. I'm just repeating that they were claiming that it's no longer in style. To each his own. I feel like, I don't know, is the septum nose ring still in style? I feel like a lot of people have that, and I also feel like a lot of men don't like it, from what I've seen, what I know. Amit says you are so beautiful. Thank you for that. Robin is really laying it on thick this morning. He says, it's real that you can beat any of the actors in any aspect of beauty. After all, you are a goddess for a reason. Thank you for that. That's lovely. What a lovely compliment. Getting very hydrated this morning. And not much going on. There's not really anything popping up on my scanner. JLL says pretty face. Thank you for that. We have Car Fast in the chat. Hello to you. I'm assuming you like fast cars. Hopefully not Corvettes, because no offense to anyone who is a Corvette fan, but I think they're kind of ugly. I'm sorry if that offends you. I am sorry if that offends you. So the only thing I'm really watching right now is Kala. Everything looks dead. I guess the market. Oh wait, Velo. Let's check Velo out. I don't have high hopes. Velo. Okay, I guess Velo is popping up. I've got a high of 1485. It's a little bit all over the place. The volume's not that high. I don't know if I'm terribly impressed with that, but I guess it's an option. I'm keeping an eye on Kala. That's my bet for the day. The news is quite good. Sourba says, which key on your neck? I don't understand your question. Osama says he loves belly button piercings. Who the frick doesn't like it? You know, I think it was just a troll. People just like to troll around on the internet when they have no life and try to tear down other people. So that's probably what it was. But I don't always know what's on trend. I find trends hard to keep up with personally. So you could be right. That's what I'm asking. DD is in the house. How is your day going, my supreme goddess? So far, so good. I just hopped on the treadmill. It's 9:11. The stock market will be opening in less than 20 minutes. Therapist used to have a Corvette. I'm glad you still do not. I'm sorry, but in my opinion, Corvette just screams midlife crisis. And, you know, I guess the other part for me is I personally get very car sick in sports cars. I'm not a sports car fan in general, unless I'm driving one. But I still wouldn't want a sports car thing. I went to Hawaii a while back and I did rent, what was it, like a little Mazda convertible? And that was fun. That was kind of fun to zip around in. But don't know if I want it long term. It's hard to be in a convertible when you have hair like this, if you know what I'm saying. Hello, Cubano. Welcome. Cubano from Canada. You're a Cuban in Canada, is that right? FLJ sent me a floating heart. Thank you for that. Just a reminder that super chats are on. And as we go on and the chat gets more traffic, super chats always get priority, and I am much more likely to see your comment. Cubano is in Montreal. Hello to Seoul. Irene says, who is the lucky guy you are walking on him? Well, the lucky guy is my treadmill. Therapist wants to know which island in Hawaii I went to. I went to Oahu. And I've been to Maui, but that was many years ago. Does anybody want to answer the question, why a key necklace? While you were answering that question for him, I'm going to go grab a tissue because my nose is red. Hold, please. My nose always starts running when I start drinking the tea. Robin is jealous of my treadmill, as you should be. Moozy? Ooh, oh, frick. I didn't mean to hit the pause button. I meant to hit the 2 button. Says, you were absolutely amazing. Thank you for that. Ah, see, now I'm stepping on the front of the treadmill because I scooted it back and I'm not used to it. Soul says he needs a private lesson. Private lesson on what? Pole dancing? You want to take a private lesson in pole dancing with me? I've taught men pole dancing before. There you go. Therapist answered your question about the key. It is a symbol of a locked cage. Double says treadmill is an odd name for a guy. You're right, it is, but you just gave me an idea. The next time I have a sub who's into trampling, I will name him Treadmill. Cubano wants to know where I'm from. As in, where am I from originally, or where am I currently? Captain is wondering if I'm a single mom. I'm not sure why you would assume I'm a mom, or that I'm single. Hello to Jeff. Cubano is very pleasant and says, happy day for you. Happy day to you. We have 15 minutes until the stock market opens. I'm still watching Kala. I think, what do I think this is going to do when the market opens? It depends on if there's any naked shorts. If there's naked shorts, it could fall drastically. If not, it could really go high on the news. We'll see what happens. Do I put my husband in a cage? I do not have a husband, but I would probably put him in a cage. That's Osama. You've been in my live streams long enough that you know that I don't take directions from men, especially men who aren't serving me. I reward good boys. You know this. And Captain says, but are you though? I have no idea what you're talking about. And Therapist answered your question about where I am from. Originally Illinois, now Florida. He is correct. He pays attention. Wadat? Hudat. Got it. Love the purple on you. I would call this more pink, but I don't know. I feel like maybe I see colors a little differently than some people because when I had my pole studio, there was a curtain in there that I insisted was gold, and people kept telling me it was pink. So let's see in the chat, would you call this pink or purple? Because I think it's more pink. What do I like to do to your subs, to my subs? That's a very general question that could take hours to answer. So many things. Greetings from Southern California. Where in Southern California? Florence. I lived there for many years. Double says it's purple. Tim is going with lavender. Just a reminder that inappropriate or rude comments will get you put in a timeout and or banned from the channel. Q says mauve. I would agree with mauve, but you guys double answered the question. Your choices are purple or pink. Is it more purple or pink? That's the question. Ah, Newport Beach. I was in Oceanside for many years, and also Northern California for a while. I don't really see anything moving today. Brad just keeps saying trolls. Maybe he's the troll. I'm going to put you in a timeout and you can think about your actions. And if you want to come back and participate like an adult, then you may. Hello to Q. QU. Am I a cop? I'm not a cop. Why would you think that I'm a cop? Are you watching one of my roleplay videos? Good morning! Deer season. Is it deer season? Is spring deer season? I've never been hunting, so I don't know. Just curious. Captain says, yep. And Timmy is in the chat. Just a reminder that super chats are on as the chat gets a little bit more crowded and you want your comments seen, I suggest that you send a super chat with it, or if you just want to support me, if you enjoy my time and entertainment and company. It's always a way you can say thank you. Bobby says, you're beautiful. Dinner and a movie. Oh, are you asking on a date? You probably live in another country. Okay. Apparently Brad didn't learn his lesson, so he is now banned from the channel. Goodbye, sir. There's now water dripping down my leg. Nobody in the chat likes a spammer. Hello, Bobby. Oren is very curious to know what I do with my interactions with my subs. Well, maybe you should just serve and then you can find out yourself. Jeff says you're very beautiful. Thank you for that. All right, I'm going to check my iPad and see if it's charged enough. I am Nicholas's favorite girl. Good to know. Pause. Wait so I don't fly off. And set. Oh, going down. Let's see. 13%. I guess that'll do. Stupid. Now we're going to plug it in here. Plug in. And then we will rotate it. Osem, Oren. Sorry, I was reading that wrong. Hold on, let me fix this cord. Ooh. Up and over. You like me as a sub. I like subs who serve properly and know how to approach properly. That's what I like. And subs who are respectful and put my wants before theirs. 9:20. So usually I do not take any new trades this time of day because anything could happen. Usually things go down around 9:20. Oh, treadmill back on. Oh, Pooh says, "Holy moly, you fine lady." That was a very entertaining comment. Thank you for that. I probably shouldn't have started this yet because I'm going to pause it. Why is it not charging? WTF. Why you not charge? That's annoying. I guess I should have charged it last night. It does need to charge because I need it for music later. I might have to grab an extension cord if I even know where one is. I do have a spare outlet. I don't think that cord's gonna reach. Okay. I'm gonna go grab an extension cord. We have 8 minutes, so hold please. 10 seconds. I'm back with my extension cord. We are gonna thread it back there. And then I'm gonna get it from the other side. There we go. Now we'll plug it in. Ah! What did I just knock over? Oh, okay. If you hear me groaning, it's because my back hurts from this morning. Aha! Let there be charge. Finally. Okay. I'm gonna wait for the treadmill for a second till I get this set up. I make Pooh nervous. Why do I make you nervous? What are you scared of? Actually, being nervous around me is probably an appropriate response, to be fully honest. I'm getting hungry. Actually, this might be a good time to make breakfast. You guys want to join me to make breakfast? I think I'm gonna do eggs today. Should we do spinach, mushroom, and eggs? I don't know if I have enough time before the market opens. 6 minutes. We're gonna try because I do need to work out later. Actually, no, I'm gonna be cutting too close. We'll wait until after the market opens. We'll give it a few minutes and then I'll make breakfast. That's my plan. That is the plan. Now, I was going to do the, cancel. Oops, shoot. I didn't mean to do that. Go back. Okay, I see. Go back. Hold on, I'm figuring my life out. I want to change. Oh my god. Why? Why do you deny me? Why can't things just work how they're supposed to work? Somebody tell me that. What do I trade? I trade small cap gappers. Generally. I don't know what's on this, but I guess we'll find out. I'm not done with the workout. Just stop it. Okay. Let me go there. Wait. Oh, I am? Where? Oh, there. I see it. I see it. Aha. Sorry guys, I'm just setting something up right now and I have lots of things in my way. Okay. Now, Footboy, you've been in my chat for days now with no tribute. This does not make me happy. I suggest you get your act together, sir. Or I'm gonna have to kick you out. You don't want to be kicked out, do you? We're gonna give you a couple minutes. If you don't send, you will be kicked. Okay, now we've got Alberto from Houston, Texas. It is 9:27. We have 3 minutes until the market opens. I'm getting back to my walking. I've only done, well, this says 0.7 miles, so it's probably an actual mile. 2. There we go. Let's see what pops up today. Is ANTX going to go today? It didn't go yesterday, but it looks like it wants to. It's got this. Let me pull that one up on here, actually. Let's put that one on here. No volume. No volume. Quite disappointing. Kind of like a lot of you. Alexander says they don't make them like me anymore. You are right about that. You are correct. Okay. I'm ready. I think I'm ready. I'm ready now. I don't know why I just did that. Oh, don't fly off the treadmill. You know what? I'm getting to a point where I'm just not going to be nice anymore and give you guys a warning. You're just going to be banned if you're doing stupid stuff. I'm just running out of patience, to be honest. That's where I'm at. Mike says, hi goddess, are you enjoying your morning? So far so good. I wish my back was feeling a little bit better. But once I work out later and start moving, it'll get better. It generally hurts first thing in the morning. David wants to know how much my tribute is. My initial tribute is $50, and that opens a line of communication, I guess you could say. And we go from there. 929 ATPC is popping up on the scanner. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a look. Oops, stupid keyboard likes to type. Okay, market just opened. Let's see what happens here. I'm watching Kala. Let's see. I want a 1 minute chart. Yes, I have a 1 minute chart on. So far, it's not looking good because there's a lot of sellers piled up. I don't know. Let's see what happens. I guess I'm not too surprised that it's selling right when the market opens because it's up quite a bit from 25 cents. So usually you do have people selling the first couple minutes and then it takes off. So we'll just see what happens. Yeah. Mike is wondering what the wheel thing is behind me. It's my new toy that I got recently. there is a $5 super chat requirement, and then I will spin the wheel for you. And I'm missing 2 options on the wheel because I need some input. David's asking if I do PayPal. I don't know if I can say that on here. I shouldn't have said that. Oops. I know I do not. But no, I don't. I do not. That has personal information, and I do not give out personal information for obvious reasons. Although some people do, and I don't think that's very smart. Not very smart to do. Not if you don't want stalkers showing up at your house. Nobody wants that. Oh, here it goes. Paula's taking off. Zoom. Let's see if it breaks the pre-market high of 54.32. Let's see if it breaks VWAP even. VWAP on 1 minute, 47.67. Blue Bar also does not recommend giving out personal information. Blue Bar, I've noticed that you really enjoy giving out unsolicited advice. Not just now, because I did say that, but kind of interesting, something I've noticed about you. Do I do the TH? Yes, I do have that. There's a link on my profile for that. Oh. ANTX is popping up a little bit. Still pretty low on volume though. I'm still watching Kala. I find in the first 5 minutes it will reveal itself. Mike says, as always, Goddess, you look put together, and I think you seem very nice. Well, thank you for that. That's kind. The problem is that sometimes people confuse professionalism or kindness with weakness, and you should be well aware that that is not the case. I can do some pretty mean humiliation sessions. Just ask some of my subs. Dominator, I like your name, by the way. I've seen you popping up on the comments. He says, good morning, Goddess. Good morning to you. Dominator, it sounds like the Terminator, but like a dominating Terminator. But I am kind of surprised that a Dominator follows my channel. How do you explain that? How do you explain yourself? Calling yourself a Dominator, but following a Dominatrix. Do you care to explain yourself? BM is wishing me a good life. Thanks, I guess. If you tell somebody to have a good life, it sounds like you're writing them off and you're never going to see them again. Okay, Footboy, you're getting... Oh wait, I don't think I can do it from there. You're lucky I can't kick you. Okay, Kala is really taking off now. Let's see where we're at. I want to see if it breaks the pre-market high. It's currently at 49.65. I think it might break 50 cents. Might. Not guaranteed right now. It is showing a little strength. Let's put it on a 5-minute chart. Oh yes, that is a nice big green candle. I like it. 1.7, 1.8, 1 million volume. I like it. ANTX is also popping up. Volume's still a little light, but I think that one might go today too. So those are the 2 stocks I'm watching, for those of you who are asking. Let's see if Kala breaks 50 cents. I think it will. Although, oh, there's a 57,000 share seller. I don't like that. Get out of the way. Move yourself. Move. It is up. It's down to 23, 21. Shares are getting eaten up. It could bust through. It did just bust through that big wall. Now we've got a 10,000. Oh, that one's gone. Now we've got a 22,000. 72,000 share seller at 50. but they're getting eaten right up. They're getting eaten up. Sellers are getting eaten up right now. So I do think it's going to keep going. We'll see what happens. It did break through 50 cents. Pre-market high is 54.32. I may or may not be in the stock. I'm just saying. I do have a position on the stock right now. I'm hoping it goes to $1. That's what I'm hoping. Oh, Dominator says he is actually not very dominant at all. That's silly. Then why the name? Why do you have that name then? You're trying to confuse people? Are you a switch? Mike says, yeah, yes, that's okay. When you engage in certain kinks, you can seem mean, but in your personal life, you can be a very nice person. Yes, exactly. But I also do have my moments. I just got a notification. I think maybe that was David sending tribute. It popped up very quickly, so I couldn't read the whole thing, but I'm guessing that's what that was. The rest of you could learn a thing or two. Just saying. And nobody has spun the wheel yet. I'm wondering who's going to be the first. It does take me a $5 super chat to get off the treadmill and go spin the wheel. And you'll have to wait a minute because I'm trying to see what's going to happen here with the stock. Next 5-minute chart will be very telling. We've got 2 minutes and 7 seconds left on that 5-minute candle. Did I say chart? I meant candle. IXHL and XWEL also popped up on my scanner. XWEL ran pretty good a few days ago, so I'm betting that's probably a good one to look at. That one was a runner big time a few days ago. Dominator sent me a little flag. Cute. XWEL is pretty light on the volume. 23,000. One of the candles has 8 shares. It's a little light on the volume. It could go, but I don't do light volume. I don't take chances. All right. Kala is trying to break the high of this yucky red candle, 51 cents. Let's see if it can do it. As of right now, there's not any huge sell orders on level 2. But they could pop up at any time. They like to do that. As of right now. Okay. Second candle volume is looking good. Now it just needs to close above the previous candle, which is 49.90. That's what I would like to see right now. I would like, for Kala in the next 30 seconds to go above 51 cents. That's what I would like. And I would also like everybody to send a super chat. That's what I want. Oh. Luis says, I love pink. David says, did you get the tribute I sent? I thought that was you. I saw a notification come through, but I can't check it right now because I'm on my phone live streaming. Ooh, that 5-minute candle did not close well. So, did you message me somewhere so that we could, are you just sending a tribute to send, or you actually want to serve me? Sometimes people just like to send, but sometimes they send tribute because they actually want to serve. Which are you? I'm not giving up on Kala, but I don't like these red candles, and I don't like that 5-minute high volume red candle. 2.61 million. Oof, and that was a nasty little drop right there. I just don't know. I just don't know. Let's see what the 15-minute chart looks like. All right, we're going to give this thing 4 more minutes to see if it can get its act together. And if not, I might be giving up on Kala. Shiesty says, are you single? Indeed I am. Fly says, sad little men, come on. I would argue that you're the sad little man. Just a thought. I mean, you're here like everybody else. Brilliant one. 3 more minutes on this candle. Let's see what happens. Curtis agrees with me. Cubano just sent a $2.79 super chat. Well done, sir. I'm just wondering who's going to be the first to spin the wheel. But we do have to get 2 more things on the wheel. I want more people in the chat so we can get more ideas of what to put on that wheel. But we're going to wait 3 minutes until this 15-minute candle has solidified. Shiesty says, you're very beautiful. Thank you for that. Cubano says, happy day. You seem like a very pleasant, happy person. I like that. Dominator says, what's the wheel for? It's a little game for us to play. Mike wants to know how he spins it. You send a $5 super chat if you would like to spin it. But I also, before it's spun, I need to add 2 more items on there. There's 2 blanks. Do you need me? I went over what's on there when I first started. But that was quite a while ago. So if you need me to get off the treadmill and go show you what's on there, I can do that. But you're gonna have to wait 2 minutes because I'm waiting on Kala. So far it's not looking good. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie to you. But things could turn around. Level 2 data doesn't look that great. There's a lot of sellers stacked up. But let's just see what happens on the 15-minute candle. That will tell us quite a bit. Yes, it will. La Pulga says, Mistress, is that chastity key in your neck? On your neck. It's not in my neck. That would kind of hurt. Indeed it is. That's exactly what that is. You are correct. Although I probably shouldn't have said the CH word, but it's hard to catch your tongue before you say certain words all the time. We have 1 minute, 10 seconds. 1 minute, 10 seconds, and then I'm going to show you the wheel. Ooh, Turb is popping up. I do like Turb. That's been a good a multi-day runner. Turb. Not turd, but Turb with a B. Volume is still very light on Turb. I'd like to see more volume there. It's light on the volume. All right, Kala, you've got 40 seconds to get above VWAP. Make it happen. 4707 is VWAP. Let's do it. Stop dicking around. David says, I want to serve you, goddess. I am looking to be owned and collared, being a CD sub. Okay then. You will need to message me on one of my platforms. I do have a very busy day today. I'm live streaming at 11 a.m. on my fitness channel for a workout, and then I do have a full day of patients today for my work. So I may not get back to you right away, but I will try. Just letting you know that today is a busy day. Busy day. Yes, my work is supposed to only be giving me 5 patients a week, and instead they gave me 13, which I don't have to do. I don't have to see all of them because I told them I could only see 5. But I'm going to try. I don't like my patients going unseen, and apparently there's nobody else to see them. So I'll do my best. Okay, that 15-minute candle closed below VWAP. This does not make me happy. This does not make me happy at all. But now it looks like it's coming up a little bit. I don't know what to think about this. Kala, what's your problem? What is your problem? All right, we're going to take a break and check out the wheel since you guys are asking about it. We pause the treadmill and the watch. Okay, so wheel has lots of options. I ran out of ideas, so I need some help. So on the wheel, there's obviously different amounts from $5 to $40. And then there's also some other fun things, like you might get a little SPH. And if you don't know what that is, you will find out very quickly. You can maybe get worship, in which you worship a part of my body or something about me that you like. You might get confess, and you have to confess one of your secrets to the whole chat. You might have another spin. You might have the chat pick some type of task or punishment for you. And that's as far as I got. But now that I said task, I think that will be one of the next things on here. But I still have a blank. So I need some ideas for the blank. You tell me what you think should go there. We're going to put task right here, since you guys are always asking for a frickin' task. I could put CBT here. I could. Is that what I should do? Curtis says he'll be patient. Wide says, well, I'm gorgeous. Thank you for that. What should the last little pie piece be? Should I make it CBT? Give you something mean? Is that what you want? If nobody answers me, that's what it's going to be. That's what you're going to get. That's what you're going to get. Okay, you're being quiet. So, just saying, good morning. Widio says, oh, Mike says for sure. Okay, so just remember that you guys voted for it too. There it is. Now the wheel is complete. So, $5 super chat to spin. I'll be walking until you're ready. Just Saying says he's 35 from MO. What is that, Missouri? Montana? I don't know what that is actually. And you work with leather. Okay, good to know. We've got VL from Brazil. Ooh, back. And we're going to give Kala, I don't know, maybe 2 more minutes before I go make breakfast. So I do need to eat before I work out. Let's see who's lurking on my other stream. It's hard to see. Just Saying says he's just throwing his application out there. What, your boyfriend application? I charge for that too. There we go. Top of the morning to you. Mike says, now the only thing is, how brutal will the CBT be? Well, you don't have to worry about that unless it lands on there. DH says, how much contract you have? I don't understand your question. Are you asking how much so you can get a contract, or how much I currently have on contract with other subs? Because I would truly have no idea. Just Saying says he would pay the boyfriend application fee. Well, to be honest, I'm not really looking for a boyfriend. I mean, I'm open to it if it comes around, but not looking. That is definitely the strangest compliment I've ever gotten. SP says, nice bottom lip. Okay. Dominatrix says, how much do I have to send for a contract? All right, you guys are asking about contracts. Let's talk about this. So, I am sick and tired of subs coming to me saying they want a contract and then they can't stick with it. So do not come to me and say you want a contract if you're not going to stick with the frickin' thing. Because it takes me a while to write it up. Ooh, Kala is falling apart. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So, just think about that, okay? And I have people that fill out my debt contract form, and then I never hear from them. What's the freaking point? Oh yeah, resume. So don't do that, please. That's just going to irritate me. And do you really want to irritate me? I hope not. I hope that's not your objective. Hold on, I have to plug different things in here. But if you are serious about a contract, I'm going to tell you how it works right now. After I plug this in. After I moved it up so I can plug it in. There. Now, where was I? Contract. Here's how the contract will work. You will send tribute, $50. You will, it never paused. I thought I paused you. You will send tribute to discuss the contract. You will make 4 weekly tributes that we agree upon for a 4-week trial to see if you can tolerate a contract, to see if you are worth my time to put you into a contract. If you can make 4 consecutive said payments, then I will write your ass up a contract. But I'm not doing it until then because I'm sick of people not sticking with it. I've had only a handful of very good boys who actually followed through with their contracts. It's very disappointing. I guess people are just all about instant gratification these days, and I'm not with it. So Mike says, do not irritate Goddess Fiore. God only knows what would happen. Exactly. So, you can have a contract if you can show me that you're serious and not a child. How about that? That is the way to get the contract. You will not get a contract any other way at this point. Jay Leonard says, what's up? Joe cannot figure out how I'm walking but not moving. Are you serious right now? Would anybody like to explain to him how that on the earth that's possible? Just Saying says the only contract he wants with me is a marriage license. Good luck with that. I wish you luck, sir. VH says, how much subs you have in debt contract? Sorry, my English. A few. None, yo. Jay Leonard says, how's everything? Everything's going well. Yes, I am just like Michael Jackson. That's how I'm walking right now. You're right. Dominator says, okay, sounds good. I'll get it done, Goddess. Okay, I will not be holding my breath. 4271. College just broke the low. That is not good. That is no bueno. That is no bueno at all. I don't like it. I would do a Michael Jackson dance, but I think that would go very poorly. So I'm not going to embarrass myself like that. But it is time for breakfast. Am I doing eggs with mushrooms and spinach or what? Or am I going to do... I don't have anything super strenuous today, so I think I'll save the oatmeal for tomorrow when I go running. Today will be mushroom, egg, and spinach. And I do need to get going soon. I don't think Kala's going to do anything, and I'm extremely disappointed in this. But such is life. In fact, I hate to say it, and I hope I'm wrong, but I think we could see a very large drop here since it broke the low. I hope I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I don't claim to always be right. I need to change my phone number. I'm getting too many calls about personal loans that I don't want. I don't know why that started, but it's extremely annoying. And I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. Let's check out the 30-minute chart. Let's see if we get anything better here. What to do? What to do? David wants to get on his knees. I've said this many times before, but if you are tuning into my live stream, you should already be on your knees. You shouldn't be asking for that. You should be telling me that you are on your knees already. And Constantine says, needy people suck. I concur. Good morning, dear Season. I already said good morning to you. Did you leave and come back? You thought you could find something better? You won't. David is on his knees. That's better. You're learning. Dominator says he has to hop out of here and go to work. Thank you for the stream. I'll DM you when I send tribute. Sounds good. Enjoy your day at work. J-Liner is in the Bronx. Words are hard. All right, we're gonna make some spinach and egg stuff. I'm getting very hungry now. Pause, and stop, and let's see. I think we have enough charge. You guys to make breakfast for me. Here we go. We're gonna travel. Traveling. Hey, puppy on the couch. God, it still smells like fish in here. I tried to make some fish chowder yesterday. Let's just say it did not go that well, honestly. I was hoping Nero was going to be in the chat so I could tell him how it went, because it did not go well. It got a little burnt on the bottom. I'm debating whether I'm still going to eat it or not because I have leftovers. But lesson learned, I need to clean the stove. Let's get this, and oh god. Oh. There. I look like Amber Heard. I'm not seeing it, but isn't she the one that had the lawsuit with Johnny Depp? She seems like a little bit. Dear Season says yes. That is the one. I mean, you know, I like Johnny Depp as an actor, but he seems a little out of his mind as well. So I think they probably just fed off each other, is my personal opinion. Toxic. Two toxic people. Or maybe one toxic person and one drugged out, brain dead person. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say that. That's how I feel. Drugs are bad. Okay. This disinfectant smells very good, by the way. Coconut and sea minerals. Let me wash my hands. Always wash our hands before we cook. All right, let's fire up the pan. I'm being watched from the couch. Yes, Pirates of the Caribbean is a classic. You're right, it is, but for some reason, I've never been able to make it all the way through. that gonna be big enough? No, I need a big pan because I'm gonna do a bunch of spinach. All right, let me get this heated up, and then I'm gonna close this. Hey, puppy. And then we're gonna put this light on because that helps. Ugh. And then I'm gonna move you over here where there's a radish on the counter. Actually, I do know why there's a radish on the counter. I'll put it there. And then we'll extend. Yes, that's better. Now you can see the stove, kind of. I'm just reading comments. Salmon? Are you talking about my chowder? No, it was cod. Cod is very smelly. I'm starting to really not like it. I prefer salmon. If I'm putting you in timeout, it's because you're saying inappropriate things I don't like. Bye. Bye. Okay, let's heat up some spinach. We're gonna do a little spray so it doesn't stick. I prefer to use olive oil, but sometimes it still sticks even with olive oil, so what can you do? We are going to cook some spinach first. I do love spinach. I'm just gonna throw a bunch in there because you know it gets really small when you cook it. So that's good. And then we'll get some mushrooms. Some egg. No, I need to chop the mushrooms. And put the eggs in a bowl. Let me get my little, I love this wooden spoon. It's one of my favorite utensils. Almost out of knives? WTF. Alright, let me wash some mushrooms off. These are big mushrooms. I think that's enough. They're dirty mushrooms. The fish chowder did not turn out very good, just being honest. Why did I get strawberries out? I don't even remember taking those out. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but because it was chowder, so obviously I made it with milk, and I think either because I put the fish in first, which I shouldn't have done. I should have put the milk in first. So I don't know if it was the fish that got burnt to the bottom or if it was the milk. I think it was the milk though. The recipe I used did not say that you had to keep stirring or anything, but I think that was the problem. I think with milk, maybe the bottom of the pan was too hot and also it needed more stirring, is my theory. I don't know if I'm gonna make it again because it wasn't my favorite recipe in general, but it was quite disappointing. Kind of like some people's pencils. Okay, spinach is relatively cooked. Actually, there should be some olive oil in there, now that I'm thinking about it. There we go. Put a little olive oil in there. That's better. And then I'm going to throw in the mushrooms, like so. You can't even see it. What is in the way? There. Now you can see it. Now you can see everything. Okay, mushroom. Boop. And then I'm gonna heat up the egg. Or not heat them up, let me scramble the egg. I usually do 2 eggs. Do I want, these strawberries are looking a little sad. Oops. Maybe I'll do 1 regular egg. I'm gonna do 2 regular eggs. Oops. Throw all the shell in there. And 1 egg white. Ah! Come here, yolk. There. Okay. Wash off my hands. And now, let's see. I don't see any eggshell in there. Oh, wait, maybe there's a little bit. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. There we go. I fished it out. Give this a stir. Mushrooms are looking good. And then get a little pointy fork. Look, actually, I think there's another little shell in there. Here. Come here. Come here. There. Oh no, it's still there. So annoying. Come here. Yeah. Okay, got it. Alright, and then we're gonna whip that up. And then we'll put a little salt and pepper in there. And it'll be delicious. You didn't know you were gonna be cooking with me today. Boop. Okay, salt and pepper. Little pepper and some salt. Okay, I think we're ready to throw this in there. Ah! Almost dumped it all over the counter. That would not be good. Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna have some apple with this today. I was gonna say maybe I wanted some sad strawberries, but we'll save those for lunch. Or am I gonna try to eat that chowder for lunch? If I take it with me to work, I don't have a choice. I have to eat it. Let me get my apples out. Apple. Okay. And then we are going to take the apples and that needs to be cut. Let me wipe off the mushroom stuff. Cut this into some chunks. There we go. And then we're going to put some cinnamon on there. And that'll be my little side dish. Screw this. This is like a mushroom spinach scramble, is what I'm going to call it. See, it's still sticking to the pan. The only thing that works on these stupid pans is cooking spray. You know, the other factor I was thinking about the chowder that could have been a factor is maybe that, because I have a stupid electric stove, I don't know if that makes a difference with stuff like burning on the bottom, but I got a piece of egg fell on me. Okay, cinnamon to the apple. That's good. You know, cinnamon is actually very good for you. Helps with flatulence, which isn't a problem to me, but maybe for some of you. Okay, now the eggs are cooked. We don't want to overcook it, so I'm just going to take it off. And this is going to go into the dishwasher, which is getting kind of full. And then we will throw that onto a plate. There's the mushroom spinach scramble. Oops. I'm going to let it cool off for a second and then see if the doggy wants it. The piece that fell on the floor. And I don't like dirty dishes laying around, so I'm just going to rinse this off very quickly. Momo, you want some eggs? Momo, there's egg on the floor. I think it's outside. There we go. Now the pan is clean. One day I will have a service, a domestic servant to do this. Today's not that day. Okay. Now, did I spray with Pam? I did a light spray with Pam, and then I also put olive oil in there, and it was still sticky. How annoying. Oh. Muhammad says, welcome to join you follow. I don't know what that means. I'm a new sub. Okay, new subscriber, welcome. And Fernando, I'm not doing a gym workout right now. I'm making my breakfast. I just made some egg with spinach and mushrooms, and then I have some apple and cinnamon on the side for a little fruit. And that's what I'm gonna go eat right now. So I will be live at 11 a.m. in 45 minutes on my fitness channel, which is Fit with Fiore. I think I'm gonna do like an interval training. Oh, I forgot to put the mushrooms in here. Interval training pole workout today is what I'm looking at. I may change my top so that there's not any fails, shall we say. So that is the plan. And let's see if I have anything else to add. Today is Wednesday. I will probably be live tomorrow morning, and then tomorrow evening at 9 p.m. is the normal live stream time. So don't forget to like this live stream if you haven't already. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day.